So if I wanted to ask my horse back, I would bob my horse until I got a feel, then I would bob my horse back at whatever feel I had. I would never go to this because that is going to cause brace. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show a better way of doing a phase 4 in a backup. So you've got wiggle. So normally you would wiggle your finger, then your wrist, then your forearm, and you can see that the whole lead and the halter is moving, but the horse isn't moving. So then if I go 1, 2, 3, and then you went like that, you get a stiff horse. Okay? What about if you did this? What about if you went wiggle, a little bit here, because you can see the halter's moving, and then go like that and put the rope back on the ground. So then the next time I pick the rope up, I've still got phase 1 on the halter, and I go, now my halter's not moving, I'm not sending bad signals, but I'm asking my horse to respond to my finger. No, she can't do it. Now she can do it, so I put the belly of the rope back on the ground. Okay, so I pick the belly of the rope up, I go finger, put the belly of the rope back on the ground. So if I had a horse that had sticky feet and wasn't moving, I might come in and I might put some energy down here and put the belly of the rope back on the ground. So I might pick the rope up, phase 1, finger, put the belly of the rope back on the ground. We won't disturb Jude any further than that. She's thinking she's been hard done by. Okay, I've changed horses because he might actually have a sticky foot. So I'm going to pick it up, put it back down. Okay, if I had to go through the phases with him, if he wouldn't move his feet, I might go in here like this and put the rope down on the ground, because putting a rope on the ground stops the halter from moving and sending signals. Pick the rope up, go back in. So can you see how the halter moves around and how you're sending wrong signals to the horse? It's really important to keep the halter still. So I might leave the belly of the rope on the ground and I might pick my finger up and I might say respond to my energy, rather than jiggle the rope, and which is jiggling the halter. It's not going to work. I'll have to... Very good. Very good. You can always come around with the stick and touch the leg that won't move. Touch this leg that won't move and just get the horse to pick it up. Or touch this leg and just get the horse to recognise that the leg is there. And then come back and ask. And then maybe go to using your stick rough to keep your halter and lead still. Use the stick here like this and get in time with the feet. Like that. One way of teaching your horse to back up in preparation for riding is to start on the ground, and it's got a couple of names, teabag, bobbing, there are many other terms. So I want my horse to back up. So I'm going to lift like this and see how I go. It's sort of like a mini phase 4 and a slight pull on the nose band. So that puts a little bit of backward on the halter each time. Now, so there. Good. So the whole idea is that if you're just teaching the horse, you want as much movement as you can, but you don't want to be bashing the horse up here like this with the clip. If you're bashing your horse with the clip consistently, it means that you're going to phase 4 too much. You need to go back and start at phase 1 and ask and put energy. And if that doesn't work, so then you put phase 2, so you can see the strings are just starting to bend, phase 2 and energy. Phase 3, see now here this is still bent, but now it's coming onto everything here. Phase 3 and energy, and then if you have to do a phase 4, just put a little phase 4, go. Okay, so I'm going to put, see, now because I always started at phase 1, all I have to do is lift this rein like this, and I get a backup. So this will transfer into the saddle exactly the same. I'll just be sitting here, and I'll do this, and I'll put energy in my legs, talking to my legs in time with his legs, and I'll get a backup. And it won't have any brace in it. The direct rein comes out the back of the hand, and you focus where you want to go, and your horse follows the feel. An indirect rein comes after the direct rein. Your hand still has the rod coming out the back, but you turn your fingernails up. In a direct rein, you're talking to the front feet on the same side as you're steering to. With an indirect rein, you're talking to the hind feet on the other side. See? My horse goes around, just with me turning my fingernails up. Direct rein is gone past my shoulder. Take up the feel, indirect rein, point to the hindquarters, and he comes in. Good. Left. Okay, direct rein, send. Coming around past my shoulder. And past my shoulder, indirect rein, yield the hindquarters. Come in. Very good. Nothing up out of my face, thank you. Nice. Okay. Some people have asked the difference between upward and downward pointing energy. Sending upward energy causes my horse to move, brings the energy into the ground and talks to the feet. See, I can get in time. Too much energy for one horse. If I go downward, see, it braces my horse. I'm down to run away from it. Whereas if I bring upward energy, I'm getting a nice smooth flow.